source for Carterville Lions. Good news, as Carterville has those 4, Sarver, Ellis, Harshbarger, and Jones advance on to the sectionals next week. These winter sports are all starting to come to a head. Of course, girls regionals are going to kick off here in a week.
Yep.
You got wrestling that's in the postseason. We're just a couple of weeks away from postseason ourselves. And one thing that you and I really haven't talked about is Carterville is going to have the opportunity to host the regional here at home.
And I think that's a big deal. Not only do you get to play at home, but Carterville does not have to worry about being shipped out to, I don't know if the other regionals in Centralia or Mount Vernon up north. So somebody, I figure my best guess is Benton's going to get the number 1 seed in the regional here.
I would say.
And that leaves, obviously Benton and Carterville will be here. That leaves teams like Marion, Carbondale, Heron, Massac County, and one of those teams, at least one of those teams is going to have to be moved out of the air. I didn't even mention Murfreesboro. So at least one of those teams is going to have to go up north and face either a Centralia, Mount Vernon, or one of the other teams. So Carterville knows they're home. They've played well here lately. But yeah, you're right. That's just about 3 weeks away from now, and it's hard to believe that winter sports are coming to an end.
We're going to go ahead and take our first break of our pregame show. Coming up, we're going to get a little bit more in-depth on these Carterville Lions and the game they face tonight against the Joe Hossman-coached Massac County Patriots. They're a good ball team, and we will get more into that here on our pregame show. Don't forget, if you would like, you can listen to the game online at WJPF.com, or why not listen and watch the game? You can do that if you head to YouTube. If you got a smart TV, you can pull YouTube right up on your big screen TV and watch it there. Just search Carterville Lions versus Massac County Patriots. I think you put in today's date, 2/4, and that should come up, and you can watch and listen to the broadcast here with Scott and I. It's Lions basketball on News Radio WJPF. 2 minutes here, brother, 2 minutes.
I forgot to do that earlier. Shut that off and turn it back on. It kind of finished.
So SIU won today?
Yeah, they won at Loyola. I don't remember the final score. They won by about 6, I think. I don't remember the score, but they won. So they're in sole possession of 3rd place because Missouri State got upset.
Really?
Yeah. I think it was Evansville beat Missouri State.
Hey Siri. (67-61). Where's Heron at tonight?
Pinckneyville. That's a makeup from that game that got
snowed out. Yeah. Carbondale playing tonight too? I don't remember. Back at Carterville, it's Dave McKenzie with Scott Hudson, where we're just a few minutes away, about 7.5 minutes or so from tip-off here between the Carterville Lions and the Massac County Patriots. Joe Hossman, Scott, has been at Massac for some time, and his teams, they play a very fundamental basketball, very good fundamentally, but they play strong. They play tough, and they don't give up ground on the floor.
The one thing about a Joe Hossman team is if you don't play hard the entire game, if you take a minute or 2 off, you don't play. You're on the bench. I don't care how talented you are. And this team this year, obviously not one of Joe Hossman's better teams record-wise. Now, he did have a couple of his star basketball players decide not to play basketball this year because they've already signed scholarships to play baseball at SIU, so they're concentrating on that sport. So I think, but you cannot overlook this team. They're 4-3 in conference play. They got a big win last night against Harrisburg, 11-point win over the Bulldogs. The guy you got to watch, Darian Roundtree, the 6'1 senior guard, he can square up on the outside. He can slash through the paint. There's a lot of things he can do. Roundtree is the guy Carterville's really going to have to key on tonight.
Your Carterville Lions last night, they sure looked good at Anna Jonesboro as they got a very good, well-rounded win for Shane Hawkins. And if you had the opportunity to listen to the post-game show, he was very pleased with his Lions squad. He talks about how they're playing as a team. They're making the extra pass. They are working the ball. In that first half, they worked that ball inside out. They worked it into the paint until Luke Ford got into a little bit of foul trouble early, but still they went right into Taylor Heil. He was able to absorb that. He winds up with 22 points in the game. Don't remember exactly how many rebounds he had.
9.
9, I was going to say. And in 2 games with Anna Jonesboro, the first game he had a double-double, and darn near got it again last night.
Well, Taylor's been one of, if not the most consistent player Carterville's had all year. You can count on him from anywhere from 9 to 15 boards a game. He's that good rebounding. You know he's going to get his points in the paint. Sometimes if he's double-teamed, that's when Luke Ford can take over, or maybe one of the guards. But the other thing I've noticed about this Carterville team the last 3 games, you've got guys like Justin Johnson, who has stepped up a little bit and added a little bit more offense to the team. Also a guy like Brendan Beasley, I see his confidence coming back in shooting the outside shot. So he's had some very good games in the last 3. I just think, as you said earlier, Carterville's playing a very good team game, and this is the time of year you want to be playing your best basketball heading into the postseason.
The Carterville cheerleaders and the dance team are on the floor for the playing of the Carterville fight song. Of course, the cheerleaders, we talked about them last night. They made it to state. They didn't advance on to the finals today, but a very successful year for them. And, of course, we just talked about our wrestlers that advanced on to sectionals. Girls basketball, no reason to believe that they won't be successful in the postseason. That starts in a week. And then Carterville, the way they're coming together as a team, it could be a pretty good postseason for these Lions here at Carterville.
Well, when you look at the teams that are going to be here, obviously Carterville, I think Benton will be the number 1 seeder. There will be nobody in this regional that Carterville could not beat. Now, granted, there's some teams like Benton that have to play very well to beat because of their outside shooting, but there's no team that you look at and say, well, there's just no chance. It's just not going to happen. So Carterville, if they can continue to play well, take care of the basketball, and play good defense, you know, it wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility that they could be playing in a sectional.
And here's the other thing about if you're looking ahead, looking in the crystal ball, and Carterville has to meet the Benton Rangers in the regional, it's hard to beat a team 3 times in a year.
Well, it is, and I think even though Carterville lost the game last Saturday night, the fact that they took Benton to the wire, that does something mentally for the Carterville kids. They know that they can play with these guys.
Yep.
They feel like they can beat them. Another game that's coming up that could play big into the regional is the last game of the regular season at Heron. Now, Heron beat Carterville here the first game of the season in the Pyramid Plus. So if Carterville could go over there, get a win, or at least make it close, then Carterville again has that mental ability, knowing that hey, we've played these guys close or we beat them, so there's no reason to fear them at home in the regional.
I love postseason basketball, and I don't care if it's high school or if it's college. I love it. And, man, we're not too far away. It's day by day. We tick off another day from the calendar. We're getting close to the postseason. This Lions broadcast, it is brought to you by your friends at Crystal's Catering. Crystal's Catering and more than you expected, more memorable for your guests. Visit crystalsgoodfood.com for more information. And don't forget, the famous Crystal salad dressing is available for purchase. Go online, visit crystalsgoodfood.com. The Massac County Patriots, they come into this game with a 9-10 record on the season. They are 4-3 in the Ohio division, but last night they got a huge win conference play against the Harrisburg Bulldogs.
Massac has really struggled against some inferior teams this year, and again, I don't know if it's because those 2 kids that Joe Hospital was counting on decided not to play basketball. The chemistry hasn't been there. They haven't bought in to the team concept. I don't know. But all it takes is one game, like last night, for a talented team like Massac to turn the light on, turn the switch on, and change their season around. So Carterville might not be catching Massac at the best time.
Decent crowd here this Saturday evening for high school basketball. Both teams are out taking their final warm-up shots. Massac traveled well tonight here to our left. The Carterville fans are in the seats on the right-hand side, and a good student section. The band is here. I love this environment here at Carterville High School, and the way Carterville has been playing, these fans need to come out for these home games. There's not many left, and support these Carterville Lions, as we are just a couple of minutes away from the playing of our national anthem, and then we will have the starting lineup for both teams. As bit of a scare when we walked into the game tonight. You're the one that spotted it and told me. Well, they're updated information as it comes in. We saw that Luke Ford had his foot in a boot. I went down and talked to him. He said it's a game time decision, but I'll play. But guess what? He's not dressed.
He's not dressed. He's not going to play, and he tweaked his ankle this morning. I think you said he came down on somebody's foot. And, boy, anytime you come down on somebody's foot, that can lead to big problems. Hopefully it's just going to be a one-game absence, but that'll be a big absence for the Lions tonight.
We're going to go ahead and take a break. When we come back, the starting lineups and the tip-off is next. Massac County against the Lions on News Radio WJPF.
First Southern Bank, a Southern Illinois-owned bank where local decisions help.
It's the anthem here, Robert. After this one, Robert. Welcome back to Carterville High School. It's Dave McKenzie with Scott Hudson. The playing of the anthem just completed, and we are ready to announce the starting lineups for the Carterville Lions and the Massac County Patriots. Let's finish up what we talked about going into the break. Luke Ford in practice today, shoot around, came down on another foot, twisted his ankle. We saw him in a boot. I went down and asked him. He said, I think I'm going to be okay. I just rolled it. He said, we'll see it at game time. He said, but I'm going to play. Silly me. I listened to him there for a second. But tonight he's not dressing. So what that means is you're going to see some added time now as Grant Garby is going to get the start in place of, well,
it'd be Dylan Moore.
It'd be Dylan Moore that's going to get the start in place of Luke Ford here tonight. The starting lineup for the Massac County Patriots, the 6'2 senior guard, number 3, Chris Miller. Also at the other guard, senior, 5'10", number 5, Caleb Duckworth. At one, they run a 3-guard offense, the Patriots do. The guard, senior, 6'1", Darian Roundtree wears number 22. At one forward, a junior, 6'4", Cade Burgess, number 34. And number 35, Isaiah Thompson, the 6'6", junior. So for the Massac County Patriots, they're going to go with Miller, Duckworth, Roundtree, Burgess, and Thompson. That is the starting lineup for the Massac County Patriots. Now the starting lineup for the Carterville Lions. As always, it will be Blake Jackson at one guard position, the 5'10 senior. about 150 pounds. Where's number 3? Number 5, Justin Johnson. We like to call him JJ during a game. One guard, 6'2", junior. At the point, it'll be Brendan Beasley, the 5'9", senior guard. At one forward, it'll be number 50, Taylor Heil. Last night, 22 points, 9 boards. Had a great game at Anna Jonesboro. Going to have the opportunity tonight to be the big man by himself in the paint, and maybe he can mop up in there and continue what he's been doing of late. And then it will be Dylan Moore, the starting sophomore, the 5'11" sophomore, wears number 20 for the Carterville Lions.
Yeah, Taylor Howell will have his hands full on the inside tonight. Cade Burgess, 6'4", Isaiah Thompson, 6'6". So the Lions can't counteract that big duo with Ford and Howell. And Taylor played well last night when Ford was out of the game in early foul trouble. But you're going to have to get more out of your guard play. I think a guy like Dylan Moore, who shot the ball well last night, maybe expect a little bit more from him. But Carterville's got to take care of the basketball. If they take care of the basketball and patient on offense, they should be fine.
This Lions broadcast is brought to you by the Bank of Carbondale's Carterville Banking Center. The Bank of Carbondale offers a variety of business and personal banking services, including checking accounts, online banking, and mobile banking. For more information, you can stop by the Carterville Banking Center or visit their website. You can do that at tboc.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Coming up tonight in our postgame show, we'll be naming our Joe's Lawn Care player of the game, and we will be naming who we think the top player. Doesn't necessarily have to be for the Carterville Lions, could be for Massac County, but we do like to make mention of who we believe the most valuable player of the game was for tonight.
Yeah, I mean, we've given it to an opponent before, so there's no reason to think it might not happen tonight. But you look at a guy like Justin Johnson, Blake Jackson, with Luke Ford out of the lineup. One of those two going to have to probably guard guys down low. We'll have to see how that works out.
Both teams are ready to go. The officials are ready to go. Thank you for tuning in to Lions basketball on News Radio WJPF. And the Carterville Lions, they control the tip. Here we go as Carterville has it into the front court. They're in the home whites. They are moving left to right to this evening as we're perched here in our corner. Taylor O'Hara fires from about 16 feet, and he buries it nothing but the bottom of the net. That's a good start for the Carterville Lions.
Yeah, Massac comes out in a 2-1-2 zone, and Heil makes him pay.
As it's Roundtree up the left side, he's able to break the timeline. Double teamed by the Lions. The ball's on the floor, and it is comes away from for the Lions on the run. Blake Jackson into the paint, lost the handle on it. That's a turnover. Each team has one turnover here early on. Massac into the front court. Miller into the paint from about 10. He jumps and he pops for the Patriots. That's all tied at 2.
Yeah, this Massac County team on the floor right now, very, very athletic.
Very much so. And Carterville is in the front court. Dylan Moore gets the start tonight in place of Luke Ford. Back and forth with Brendan Beasley, top of the circle. Now they take it left side to Blake Jackson. Jackson on the left wing. 2 dribbles, steps into a 3 ball off the front of the iron. The rebound is off of the Patriots, and it's going to belong to the Carterville Lions.
Not 1, not 2, but 3 Massac County Patriots go after the rebound, and they knock it out of bounds.
All right there, Roundtree. It was Burgess was there, and I believe it was Thompson as well. Carterville has the basketball. Taylor Heil on the left corner. Brings it back out top. Brennan Beasley toward the right wing as we have 6:40 remaining here in the game, all tied at 2. Jackson gets it into Heil, and Heil throws it right over the top of the head of Brendan Beasley. Beasley was wide open, but it's a turnover on the Lions.
Yeah, Taylor threw a howitzer right through the hands of Brendan Beasley up into the crowd. Carterville with 2 turnovers early here in the first.
So it's Carterville basketball. Darian Roundtree brings the ball near side. They break the timeline, and they get it into Duckworth. Duckworth hands off to Chris Miller, top of the circle. Looks like Mr. Miller is the point for these Massac County Patriots. As it's back to Duckworth, back to Miller, down to the right side to Roundtree. Roundtree to Miller. He looks inside, back to Duckworth. Duckworth takes it the left side as it's Roundtree. Fires from 3 off the front of the iron. The rebound comes off to number 5, Justin Johnson. Carterville into the front court quickly. JJ, top of the circle. To the left side, Dylan Moore. Right-hand dribble. Carterville's going to set. Beasley back to Moore, left side. To Beasley. Steps into the free throw line. Kick out pass. Now Johnson drives the baseline. He loses the handle, steps out of bounds. 3 turnovers on the Carterville Lions. This is something they haven't done the last 2 or 3 games.
No, Johnson tried to force things on the baseline. Nothing there. Kind of got out of control a little bit. And as you said, 3 turnovers now for Carterville.
Carterville picks up the pressure on Massac County. As they're getting close. They need to break that timeline. They do as Roundtree steps across. Double team, though. And it is over to Miller. Now Roundtree, he drives the lane. He's able to bank it home on the layup. It is 4-2. Patriots with the 2-point lead. Carterville basketball. Blake Jackson, left wing. He's met with a double team. Now Taylor Heil down low. Double team picks up there. Heil kicks it over to Beasley. He holds up. Nice double team. Nice defense by the Patriots getting that double team on the lines, and Carterville turns it over once again. 4 turnovers now. Patriots have it quickly into the front court. Roundtree, left wing. Back top of the circle. That is Miller. He dribbles between the circles. Works it toward the right side. Guarded by Blake Jackson. Steps into the paint. 8-footer for Miller. No good. Taylor Heil gets his first rebound of the game. Carterville into the front court. Beasley steps across midcourt. Right side to Dylan Moore. To Taylor Heil from about 12. His shot is good for the Lions.
Yeah, Taylor's got all 4 points for Carterville tonight, and they've come from about 10 feet out.
Yep, all tied at 4 with 4:10 left here in the first quarter. Patriots into the front court. That is Roundtree with the basketball. Brings it near side to Miller. And Duckworth, he fires from 3, no good. Rebounds battled for, comes off to Brennan Beasley. He's on the run. Takes it to the left side. Runs in to his man. And we have a blocking foul that is called. Nope, they're going to say it was a charge on Beasley, which was the right call.
Yeah, it was the right call. And again, not letting the game come to you. Trying to force things instead of setting up your offense and trying to take the lead.
Roundtree has the basketball for the Patriots. Under 4 minutes, we're all tied at 4. They break the timeline. They get it to Duckworth at the top of the circle. He throws his pass down low as that is Thompson with the bucket for the Patriots. That's his first bucket of the game. It's 6-4 Patriots. Carterville in the front court. Swing pass to Dylan Moore. Moore to Heil. Has it in that spot where he made the first 2 buckets, but he elects to pass it out top. It works around to the left side. That's Blake Jackson to Beasley. Has the ball tipped away, and a foul is going to be called on Darian Roundtree. That's his first. That's the first team foul now on the Patriots.
Now, Massac's defense in this zone, their guards are so quick that even when you think you've got somebody open on a wing, they collapse immediately.
Carterville has the basketball after the foul to Blake Jackson. His pass heads back out to Beasley. Beasley to Moore. Moore on the left wing. Right-hand dribble. Hands it off to Blake Jackson. Jackson brings it down to Taylor Heil. Then finds JJ at the left elbow. His shot is short. And we have a foul that is called, I believe, on number 5. It is on Justin Johnson. That's his first foul of the game.
You normally don't see a Joe Hossman coach team play zone. A little surprised to see him stay in this. He may eventually get out of it, but I think he realizes that he's going to force Carterville to beat him from the outside.
Roundtree with the basketball, takes it to midcourt, backs it up, gets it to Duckworth. He comes across the midcourt, and his pass is picked off. Another turnover. That's their second I've got on the Patriots. Carterville on the run, down 2, 6-4, 2:25 left here in the first quarter. Beasley at the top of the circle, gives it to Jackson. His shot is no good from the left wing off the back of the iron. Big rebound by Chris Miller. Behind the back dribble, into the paint, works it to Duckworth on the right side. Left-hand dribble, guarded by Moore. He backs it up, gonna set the offense, and it gets it to Roundtree. He dribbles into the paint, passes back to Duckworth, and he takes it to the free throw line. He dumps it down low. That is Thompson. His shot is no good. Rebound by JJ. Carterville's on the run. Beasley had the layup, and he backed it up. Maybe it was cut off a little bit there, and smart move by Brendan Beasley. Brings it near side to Dylan Moore. Moore is picked up by Chris Miller defensively. Now Carterville works the far side. Blake Jackson, right-hand dribble to Beasley. With near side to Dylan Moore. Down low to JJ on the right block. He kicks it out to Moore. Open for three. Hits the deck and he's fouled and is going to go to the line. It's amazing. I think almost every three-pointer he's taken, he's got hit and except for one time went to the free throw line.
I don't know that I've ever seen one individual get knocked down on three-point shots like Dylan Moore does.
And he's going to take 3 shots.
Yeah, and he's been doing a good job at the free throw line as well.
That foul was on number 3 of the Patriots. That's Chris Miller. That's his first, the second team foul. Free throw was good by Dylan Moore. 6-5 the score now. Moore's second free throw. This gives Shane Hawkins a chance to talk to the other Carterville Lions. They come in and they're going to fill in on the lane. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by the Ike family of dealerships, Ike Honda and Ike Volkswagen of Marion, proud supporters of Carterville Lions sports. Moore misses the third free throw. So that's where we stand, 6-5, 1:22 left in the opening quarter. Pressure being applied full court by the Lions, but Patriots break the timeline as it's Duckworth, top of the circle. Gets it over to Chris Miller. They're going to back it up, and it looks like they're going to try and hold here as we are winding the clock down in the first quarter of this non-conference game. Roundtree fires from 3, though, and Blake Jackson gathers in the rebound one-handed. And Carterville is going to come to the front court. Beasley has it, right-hand dribble around Roundtree to Blake Jackson, left wing. Gets Roundtree in the air, gets the pass over to Beasley, works it to the left side now. Moore, back to Beasley, back to Moore, left wing. 38 seconds. Down to Taylor Heil. He bobbles it, needs some help, throws the ball away. Beasley gathers it in, though. Fires from the free throw line off the back of the iron. No good. Rebound comes off to Isaiah Thompson of the Patriots. So they have a chance now to hold for the final shot as Chris Miller is going to do just that. 17 seconds left here in the opening quarter. It's a 6-5 low-scoring contest. The shot is put up by the Patriots. Carterville now has the opportunity to score, take the lead at the buzzer. Blake Jackson from to Taylor Heil. He's travels in the paint, turns it over with 2.7 seconds left. Not really the last second possession that you want.
No, got a little bit out of control. Really, Taylor didn't get a very good pass thrown to me. That guy right on him.
Shot at the buzzer is off the iron, and that is how we end the first quarter. It is 6-5 Patriots over your Carterville Lions. You're listening to Lions basketball on NewsRadio WJPF. 60, please, 60. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating in downtown Carterville for over 30 years. Certified York dealer. They service all brands. You can call 985-2502 or go online. Visit charliesairconditioningandheating.com. That was a barn burner of a first quarter.
Well, we definitely didn't have a shooting clinic. Massac, 30% from the field. Carterville, 33%. Both teams ice cold in that first quarter.
Massac has the ball to open the second quarter as we just get the underway. Ball's tipped out of bounds, and the officials are going to say it belongs to the Patriots. And it will be Massac County ball right in front of the scorer's bench. Into the backcourt goes the pass. It's Duckworth. Where's number 5? He's guarded by Dylan Moore. Pushes off,
Sure
and
did.
that's a charge by Mr. Duckworth. That is his first foul and the third team foul on the Massac County Patriots.
Yeah, the left arm extended, and I don't know if Dylan Moore doesn't fall that they make that call, but Dylan lost his footing, and he went down, and that turnover is the third for Massac County.
Carterville has the basketball as they're in the front courts, down a point, 6-5. Moore has the basketball. He hits the deck, but no call made. Blake Jackson now toward the right wing. Beasley to the left side to Moore, back to Beasley, back to Moore, left wing. Carterville really patient here. They got working for that wide open shot, which is what we like seeing. Jackson steps out of bounds as he was driving the right baseline. That is the 5th turnover on the Carterville Lions here in this first half.
Well, again, it's what I would call an unforced error. You're going into an area where you're going into the land of the big men, and if you go down there and you don't have any help on the baseline, you're not going to be able to do anything with the ball, and the Lions have turned the ball over way too many times in this first half.
Dylan Valerius checks into the ball game. As a matter of fact, it was Dylan's grandpa that just tapped me on the shoulder here and said that he enjoys, and his daughter, Dylan's mom, enjoys watching the games on the road too. So we want to thank them for that, as the 3 ball is good from Roundtree from the right side. That's actually his first bucket of the game, Scott.
And the first 3 of the game for either team.
9-5, Patriot lead here with 6:39 remaining in the first half. Valerius gets it to Taylor Heil. He puts it up from about 8, no good. The rebound comes off to Duckworth for the Patriots, and they are on the run. Here comes Chris Miller across the timeline. Leaves it for Roundtree. Roundtree into the paint, hop, jump. Now the shot is put up, no good by Burgess. Taylor Heil gets the rebound. Carterville is quickly into the front court. Dylan Moore on the right side. JJ, number 5, Justin Johnson. Back to Moore, leaves it down low for Heil. He kicks it over to Beasley, to Valerius, to Moore. Wide open for 3, off the iron, no good. Rebound by Roundtree of the Patriots. He takes it right straight down the middle of the court, but backs it up. They're going to reset. Duckworth is going to fire his shot way off. The rebound by Roundtree. He puts up a shot, no good. And they get the ball back again, and they're going to set now. Duckworth, swing pass over to Roundtree for 3. No good. Rebound comes off to Vernon Beasley. Man, 4 shots on that possession right there by the Patriots.
Yeah, too many opportunities. Carterville's got to do a better job on the glass.
Boy, you can see that Carterville's missing Mr. Ford this evening, another big body down in the paint to help gather in those rebounds.
Yeah, it's amazing what one guy, especially a big guy, can do when he's out of the lineup. Massac is going to stay in this zone, and especially since Carterville's not shooting the ball well from the outside, Massac has no reason to play man-to-man.
Why break it? Exactly. 5:22, and Carterville has 5 points in this game. They get the ball to Taylor Heil. He was trying to hit a cutting Valerius, but the pass was behind him as Roundtree travels with the ball before the shot that he made. It's a turnover on the Patriots. That's their 3rd of the game.
Neither team is taking advantage of the other team's mistakes.
The first 1 to 20 may win this.
I'm all for that. I don't know. We may be here 11, though. Let me think about that.
We'll get back to you on that. Brendan Beasley has it. Brings it near side to Dylan Valerius, into the JJ, kicks it down low to Heil. His shot from 15, no good. Rebound comes off to Isaiah Thompson, and the Patriots take it the other way. That was Chris Miller. Dumps it down low to Thompson. Thompson spin move in the paint. His shot is up off the iron, no good. Heil with the rebound. Here comes Beasley quickly across midcourt. 4:32 remaining in this second quarter. Carterville basketball, down 4. Beasley is going to fire from 3 off the iron, no good. Rebound goes out of bounds. That was off of Burgess, but the official.
Now they're going to talk about it. It was off
the other official belongs. Good. I like it when the officials get together.
And Massac County coach Joe Hossman, he nodded his head. He knew it was off one of his players.
Blake Jackson is going to check back in for Dylan Moore. He grabs the towel, heads to the bench. So it's Carterville basketball. Beasley triggers the inbound to Valerius. Dylan wears number 44 for the Lions. Carterville works it around to the left side. Beasley back to Jackson. Now Johnson's going to fire from the baseline. Off the iron, no good. Cold. It must be freezing in here because Carterville can't get anything to go. As it's Chris Miller, shake and bake, top of the circle. Leaves it for Duckworth, top of the key for Duckworth. Gets the pass down to Thompson. Thompson kicks it out to Roundtree. Oh, excuse me, that is Chris Miller. Drives. His shot is no good. Off the bottom of the iron, and the putback is good by Mr. Burgett. No, that is Forthman for the Patriots. So it's 11-5. Patriots with the lead. So maybe it's the first one to 15. Carterville basketball. Beasley, top of the circle. Near side to Blake Jackson. Down low, right block. Heil. His turnaround jumper's off the side of the backboard. Gets it back and puts the shot up. And there's a foul. But they're going to say the foul was before the shot. And it'll be a possession for the Lions.
Carterville has missed their last 9 shots from the field.
Wow.
And some, quite honestly, haven't even been close to going in.
Look like me and you shooting out there.
Boy. You're right. I think that looks like us shooting out there.
Although I don't know that I could hit the side of the backboard like Taylor Heil just did. Swing pass far side to Brennan Beasley. Dylan Valerius now to Blake Jackson. He passes up the 3 ball. No good. Johnson has it. Needs some help. Finds Valerius. He steps in. Now Jackson's open for 3. Off the iron. No good. Man, they need something to fall. Trying my best to get that basketball to go through the hoop. Miller has it. Shake and bake at the top of the circle. Guarded by Beasley. Beasley slaps the ball out of bounds. It's going to belong to the Patriots.
Yeah, one of the lowest scoring halves of basketball that I've witnessed in my 21 years of doing this.
Wow, it's crazy. Patriots have the 6-point lead. At least they're not running away from the Lions. It's manageable right now. Miller, top of the circle. A nice D by Beasley. Puts some pressure on Miller. His shot is no good from the left elbow. Carterville gets the rebound. That was by Heil. Beasley has it. Valerius. Beasley works it around to the right side. Blake Jackson. Patriots remain in that zone defense. Johnson steps between the double team. Now it's back to Brennan Beasley wearing number 30. Beasley over to Valerius. Back to Beasley. Top of the circle. Kick out to Valerius. He's got an open 3 way off. Rebound comes off to the Patriots. That is Cole Vickers who just checked in for Massac County. 2 minutes remaining. 11-5 is the Massac County Patriot lead. They get the ball into Thompson. He works it over to the right baseline. Gets it back from 8. His bank shot in, out, no good. Man, he just rammed that one home. Here come the Lions. All right, I've changed the rules. The team that makes the next bucket, that's it. We're just going to sound the horn. It'll be a winner. No, can't do that. Can't play by Dave's rules. Carterville gets it down to Heil. 1, 2, 3, 4 players get on Heil defensively, and they wind up getting the ball. The 6th turnover on the Lions here in the first half.
And not surprisingly, Shane Hawkins has shed his jacket.
Actually, surprisingly, Shane Hawkins is still sitting on the Carterville bench as we have a foul that is called on Carterville's Blake Jackson. That is going to be the first on Jackson, and that is the 3rd team foul on Carterville.
Just cold shooting by both teams. Carterville has yet to get a field goal in this second quarter. They are 0 for 8 from the field, 0 of 11.
Somebody needs to tell Greg, the janitor, to go down and turn on the heat in the locker room for these Lions. Let's crank that up. Do a little hot yoga.
Yeah,
Get this thing turned around.
It's not ice chips out here, folks. These are big blocks of ice we're watching.
Like the Titanic. That's how Carterville has played. We're under a minute. Clock making its way down to 50 seconds. Shot is blocked from behind by Blake Jackson. Here comes Beasley quickly into the front court. Decides to back it up. And Carterville's going to reset. Jackson to Johnson. Wide open from 12. Good for Justin Johnson. Finally, a shot falls. The first bucket for the Carterville Lions in this second quarter. 27 seconds remaining. Patriots basketball, 4-point lead, and we have a foul on Carterville's Justin Johnson. That is going to be the second on JJ, and the fourth team foul here in the first half.
Yeah, when Carterville's offense is having to move the ball around so long to get an open shot, when you don't shoot well, it kind of magnifies everything because you're not getting that many possessions.
Roundtree checks back in for the Patriots with 20 seconds left. He holds the basketball between the circles. Blake Jackson picks him up defensively behind the back dribble. You can pretty well bet he might take that last shot as Jackson puts nice pressure on out top. That should have been a push-off. It was, and Carterville is going to have a chance at the last second shot right before the half as Roundtree is called for the elbow charge.
That's twice Massac County has been called for that. So Carterville will inbound near midcourt with 4.6 seconds to go. And definitely enough time to get off a decent shot.
Roundtree has to go to the bench for Coach Joe Hossman. Beasley quickly into the front court. Can he get the shot off? Over to Miller. Moore for three. No good. He had a good look at it. And that's how we end the first half. It is 11-7 Patriots over your Carterville Lions. It is time for our Artworks in Carterville halftime show. It's Patriots 11-7 over Carterville. You're listening to Lions basketball on News Radio WJPF. 2 minutes here, please. 2 minutes here. Oh, it's the junior high. Okay.
And the varsity team won 11 games and beat Carterville for the third time in a regional semifinal to advance to the regional title game. Carterville was then defeated in the regional championship game by Aaron. The coaches for the Lions are Corey Clauser, Mark Fields, and Jake Turner. Here's the members of the team. Number 1, Kate Boland. Number 2, DJ Rogers. Number 3, Bryce Anderson. Number 4, Zach Bryce. Number 5, Max Crane. Number 10, John Stroud. Number 11, Jackson Burke. Number 12, Zach Potts. Number 13, Bert Lang. Number 14, Kate Hawkins. Number 15, Alex Brookhouse. Number 20, Max Poole. Number 21, Tate Biddle. Number 22, Ben Hayes. Number 23, J.D. Dawson. Number 24, Bryce Meade. Number 25,
Here at halftime at Carterville, where the Patriots lead the Lions 11-7 right now. The Carterville Junior High basketball team, the 7th and the 8th grade team, being recognized. Their season came to a close after they didn't advance out of the regionals. And Corey Clauser, the head coach, Mark Fields, an assistant coach, Jake Turner, my stepson, is one of the coaches. And but they had a nice season this year, and some pretty good ball players that are going to be coming up here for the Carterville Lions. It'll be freshmen next year, and Shane Hawkins is in step with his junior high coaches, so they start that high school basketball process early, setting the offense and the scheme for that. And they had a great season, but it was the Heron Tigers that knocked them out of the regionals on, I believe it was Thursday night of this week, and their season ends this year. Nice round of applause from the Carterville Lions for the junior high team, and they did a nice job this season. We're at the half and probably one of the lowest scoring first halves that we've seen. And this year, as it's 11-7, Carterville had one bucket, Scott, in the second quarter.
Yeah, and only 3 in the first half. Carterville shot a sizzling 19% from the field in the first half. Massac County, they were red hot. They shot 24%. Combined, the two teams were 8 of 37 from the field in the first half. Rebounding, Carterville had 13 rebounds. They were led by Taylor Howell with 6. Massac County had 13 rebounds. They were led by Thompson with 5. Carterville with 9 turnovers. Massac County with 5. Just any way you cut it, it was a ugly, bad first half by both teams.
It wasn't pretty at all, and I've never claimed to be pretty, but I look a whole lot better than what that first half did.
Well, I tell you what, we have faces for radio, and if anybody's never seen us, when you do, you'll know why. But this was just, and Carterville, they turned the ball over several times, which has been kind of not what, they haven't been doing that recently, but they've had some wide open shots. They just couldn't get them to go. And we talked about it. We don't want to make an excuse, but with Luke Ford not in the game, they just collapsed on Taylor Howell when he was down low, and he had nowhere to go, nothing he could do once he got the ball. And Massac County's guards on the perimeter and that zone defense, they're very quick. Even when Carterville would reverse the ball, there was somebody in the shooter's face. And Shane Hawkins probably going to have to do a little homework, try to figure out how to solve that defense.
Let's talk about the SIU Salukis today, Scott Hudson.
Yes.
How about that? They come away with a big win on the road at Loyola, but that wasn't the story of the day. Yeah, it was actually another game that was pretty important as well.
Yeah, Evansville pulled the upset today. Evansville beat Missouri State, so that gives SIU sole possession of third place right now behind Illinois State and then Wichita State in the Valley standing. So a big road win. Anytime you get a road win in the Valley, it's a big win. And then got a little help from the Aces. And SIU sitting in third place all by their lonesome.
And of course, that win today over Loyola, it was a 67-61 win for the Lions. But like you said, a big road win. A road win is a road win is a road win. It is huge no matter where it's at or who it's against. And the Salukis get that today. And, the college basketball season is going to be making its way toward March Madness. The tournament in St. Louis starts, I think it's the first weekend of March.
Yeah.
Right around the corner.
It is. I mean, we've got a lot of regional basketball, both girls and boys basketball coming up. The Carterville girls, the number 1 seed. I think they have been shipped to Centralia, if I'm not mistaken. I heard today, I was talking to Mike Murphy on Sports Voice. They are the number 1 seed, but they're not going to be in I think it's the Heron Regional. Carterville has been moved to the other part of that regional complex. But Carterville, the girls, number 1 seed. We know the Carterville boys are going to be here because they're hosting the regional. I expect Benton to be the number 1 seed here. So it's kind of crazy when you think about it. I feel like we just started the football season about 3 weeks ago. And you look at the calendar, we're already in February, and our sports year is just about over.
I tell you what, I'm just looking at the calendar for next week. Carterville is very fortunate for the schedule, the way it's kind of wrapped up this season, because next weekend, next Friday, next Saturday, it is both home games. Actually, the next 3 games are at home, as the following Tuesday, the Harrisburg Bulldogs are going to be here. But next Friday night, Carterville will take on the Nashville Hornets at home. 7:45 will be the tip-off. And then on Saturday night, the Sparta Bulldogs roll to town. Like I said, a week from this Tuesday, Harrisburg Bulldogs will be coming in here as well. And then after that, you only have the Pinckneyville game at Pinckneyville on the 17th. And then on February 24th, Carterville wraps up the season at Heron. That's the last game of the year.
That's it. It's hard to believe it's already here. And Nashville's a team that they want to play spoiler. They can't win the conference, but they can.
They're making some noise.
They can go a long way into determining who wins that. So Carterville's still got some tough games coming up conference-wise. But let's hope we see a much better shooting performance by the Lions in the second half. This game, anytime you shoot 19% at half and you're only down by 4 at half, you got to count your lucky stars that you're still in it.
All right, we're going to go on and take another break about a minute and a half away from the start of the second half. And we will, one halftime score. Wow, the Pinckneyville Panthers have put the hammer on the Heron Tigers. At the half, it is 41-22. Is that at Pinckneyville?
That is at Pinckneyville, yes.
Wow. What a score. That's nowhere near what we have here.
No.
It's 11-7, Massac over Carterville. We'll take a break when we come back. Second half action is next on News Radio WJPF. .60 here, Robert. Sorry, we got a little winded there. I'll make it up somehow.
Blues are losing 2-0.
The Blues are losing 2-0?
Yep. They had 4 shots on goal in the first period.
Outstanding. Hitch must be back in the building. You still have Massac for 3 turnovers?
I've got him for 5.
Okay. That I knew I missed a couple.
Wow. Drew sent multiple technicals on Heron's bench in the first quarter. 2 different coaches got technicals.
Welcome to Pinckneyville. Welcome to Pinckneyville. Back here in Carterville on a Saturday night. We're just talking about the Pinckneyville game against the Heron Tigers. Heron typically doesn't get blown out in a basketball game, but man, a big lead for the Panthers at the half. We understand a couple of technicals have been called in that game. Not the case here at Carterville, where we are just now underway. Carterville basketball. It is 11-7, and Carterville has the ball. It's tipped away by Roundtree in the back and goes off his foot. It's going to belong to the Carterville Lions.
Massac will stay in that 2-1-2 zone with the big guy.
Might as well.
Yeah, with the big guy in the middle, Thompson.
They might as well because it's worked effectively against the Lions. But Carterville, they must have turned the heat up in the locker room because they did not come out and take warm-up shots. And that there could be a couple of versions of heat that was applied in that locker room.
It's not the kind of heat you apply to a bad leg.
No, it's not. But I guarantee there was some heat in that locker room. In the front court, Dylan Moore gets it back to Beasley between the circles. 45 seconds off the clock here in the third. Top of the key. Pass comes to Beasley. Beasley, again, it's a 2-3 zone being applied by the Patriots. Carterville hasn't handled it real well, but it's been effective for the Patriots as they've only allowed 7 points in the first half. Dylan Moore, left wing. Carterville showing great patience here, though, looking for that open shot. They're content to work the perimeter. Find that open man. They do into Heil. He steps in. Little 8-footer, no good. Rebound comes off to Thompson for Massac County. They're quickly into the front court. Roundtree, right wing. Top of the circle to Chris Miller. Miller takes it into the paint, kicks it out to Roundtree. He fires from 3. Off the iron, no good. Dylan Moore tracks it down. Carterville basketball. Steps across the timeline to the right side, needs some help, gets it to Beasley. Beasley, left-hand dribble to Blake Jackson, left wing. He leaves it for Heil, back to Jackson. Takes it down to the left baseline, brings it to Beasley. Between the circles, back to Beasley. And he hands it off to Blake Jackson. Will he shoot? No. Finds a cutting Dylan Moore. Beasley on the right side now. Moore fakes it to left side. Now Beasley fires from 3. Gets the bounce up now. No good. And Patriots gather in the rebound. It's 11-7. No scoring so far here in the third quarter by either team. As Roundtree has it on the right wing. They work it to the left side, down to Thompson in the paint. He leaves it for Burgess. Burgess works against the double team, kicks it back out, and it's Roundtree now on the right wing. Thompson on the right block, puts his shoulder down, is able to bank the shot home. He's got 4 points in this game for the Patriots.
Yeah, Carterville better start shooting better because Massac County has a type of team that can go on a roll real quick.
Johnson to Beasley. To Dylan Moore, little 10-footer's good, and he's fouled. Are they going to count the buckets? Let's find out. The bucket is good as Dylan Moore made the 10-footer. Andy gets fouled and is going to go to the line and shoot the and one.
Maybe Dylan Moore is the guy that's going to get the Lions untracked offensively.
I'll take that. Doesn't bother me at all.
He hits the free throw, so the three-point play
is good for the Lions. So it's 13-10. Patriots lead. Carterville's pulled within 3. As Patriots, they break the timeline. Roundtree has it. Gets it over to Burgess. Burgess to Miller. Fires from 3 from the right baseline, and that is good for the Patriots.
That's the first time, Dave McKenzie, in this game that either team has hit consecutive shots on straight possessions.
Carterville has the basketball. That's not saying a whole lot.
No.
At this point. So Carterville has it. They get it into Heil, left block, back to Jackson. He skips it off of the Patriots defender, but it winds up in Beasley's hands. Over to the right side, Dylan Moore. I'd like to see Dylan Moore have a big game. It's been a while since he's had a big game for the Lions. He's over on the right wing with the basketball. Back to Beasley, back to Moore, back to Beasley. Left side to Blake Jackson. Jackson from the left elbow gets it to Johnson, gets it down low to Heil. He misses the little bunny shot, and the rebound comes off to the Patriots. Quickly into the front court. That is Duckworth on the right side. Drives it down, leaves it for Thompson. Nice little lob pass for Isaiah Thompson. He's able to make it for the Patriots, and we have a timeout that is called by head coach Shane Hawkins, and it's going to be a full timeout. You're listening to Lions basketball on News Radio WJPF.
My two favorite people on Heron, Mooningham and Hartline. Both.
Back in Carterville, this Lions broadcast is brought to you by the City of Carterville. Mayor Brad Robinson and the entire City of Carterville, proud sponsors and supporters, Carterville Lions sports. Carterville has the basketball after the timeout by Shane Hawkins. Dylan Moore has it on the right wing. We have 3:36 remaining in the third quarter, an 8-point lead for the Patriots. Into the paint it goes. Justin Johnson kicks it out to Moore, passes up the three-pointer. They work it back to Beasley, around to the right side, back to Moore. Moore, that shot is open. He's going to have to shoot for the Lions, it looks like, because they sure cracked down on the paint. Jackson fires from 3, misses everything, and the rebound comes off to Chris Miller of Massac County. Into the front courts. Just over 3 minutes left, the 8-point lead. Miller has it, wants to get it to Roundtree, but he's going to take it over to the far side. Guarded by Beasley, finally does get it to Roundtree. He fires or fakes the shot, passes back out top to Miller. Miller back to Roundtree. They get it down to Thompson, who's a good ball player, and it's Miller that fires from 3 off the front of the iron. Rebound comes off to the Patriots. Back to Roundtree, fires from 3. That's good.
Well, you gave Massac County an extra opportunity, and they made you pay. Now it's an 11-point deficit for the Lions.
21-10, 2:30 remaining in this game. Carterville needs to step it up offensively. Johnson has it at the left elbow, over to Jackson, now to Beasley. Beasley, left-hand dribble to Miller. He has it on the left wing. Wants to get it down to Heil, does. Heil, can he get it banked home? We have a travel on Taylor Heil. That is the first turnover on the Carterville Lions here in this second half, but the 7th overall in the game.
Carterville 1 of 5 in the third quarter. Their shooting woes continue. I've never seen anything like this.
Yeah, and I don't even know how you explain it. I don't know that you can explain it. It's just
can't.
They're not falling tonight, and but they need to get with it, get back in within striking distance. They're down 11. The ball's tipped out of bounds from behind by Blake Jackson. And it's going to belong to the Patriots. And as a coach, I don't know what you can say. I mean, they're patient in the offensive set. I think that's what Shane Hawkins is going to say. We showed great patience. We just couldn't get the ball to fall.
Yeah, and some of the shots aren't even coming close to going in.
Long pass into Thompson. He's able to bank it up. No good. Rebound comes off to Heil. Heil has it. Now to Beasley. Maybe that's the break the Lions need because that was a makeable bucket by Isaiah Thompson. Carterville has the ball into the front court. Jackson over to Beasley. He's open for three. Yes, finally. Something good happens for your Carterville Lions, and Beasley gets his first bucket of the game. It is 21-13. Carterville down by 8 right now. As Miller has it for the Patriots to Duckworth. Duckworth wants to get it down low to Burgess, but doesn't. They take it the other way. Miller back to Duckworth. Takes it to the left side. Roundtree's going to fire from 3. Off the iron, no good. Rebound comes off to Brennan Beasley. Can Carterville score on back-to-back possessions? Let's find out. Beasley's going to fire from 3, no good. And the rebound comes off to Thompson. Gives it to Duckworth. Lobs it for Thompson. His shot is up and good.
Carterville had an opportunity to cut into that 8-point lead. They missed the 3, and Massac comes down and extends it to 10.
Thompson has 8 points. He's the leading scorer in this game for both teams. Carterville has it in the front court. Under 30 seconds left. Down low to Heil. His shot is up and good for the Lions. That helps. They've scored on 2 of 3 possessions, and it is 23-15, the 8-point lead. But 20 seconds remaining here in the third. Chris Miller breaks the timeline. Into the front court, between the legs, drives it into the paint, dumps it down low to Thompson. His bank shot is up and good. He's got 10. Carterville a chance to score at the bucket, at the horn. Into the front court. Moore steps down the baseline, puts it up. It's good for the Lions. Dylan Moore gets the little floater, and that is how we end the third quarter. It is 25-17. The Patriots with the lead. Fourth quarter action is next on News Radio WJPF. Back at Carterville, where we're heading to the fourth quarter, it's 25-17. The Patriots have the lead over your Carterville Lions. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by Artworks in Carterville, specializing in custom graphics and apparel. Visit them today at their new location on Commercial Drive next to Tequila's. They offer in-house embroidery, proudly supporting our hometown Lions. Patriots will have the basketball to open the fourth quarter, Scott.
Carterville shot 44% in the third quarter, which is very good, but 60% for Massac County. That's why they've opened this up to an 8-point lead.
Hey, the Carterville Lions scored 10 points in that third quarter. How about that? That was an offensive juggernaut compared to the first half. As the Patriots have it, Duckworth on the left side, picked up by Dylan Moore. They work it over wide open. Chris Miller for 3, in, out, rebound. Taylor Heil, I'm surprised no call for over the back, but no call. We'll take it. Carterville ball. Beasley over to the right side to Moore. They get it down low to Heil. Can he get it? He finds a wide open JJ. Justin Johnson banks it home for the Lions. Carterville is rolling offensively now, 25-19, down 6. with just over 7 minutes left. Can they get back and take the lead? Patriots have it. Duckworth into the paint. He leaves it for Miller. Miller drives into the lane, puts the shot up. He gets the bucket, and they're going to say a charge on Chris Miller on J.J. Johnson. J.J. standing right in there.
Yeah, a nice job by Johnson to plan himself, not move, and take the charge. It's not easy to stand there knowing you're going to get run over.
No, it's not. Checking out of the game for the Patriots, Cade Burgess checks out. And let's see who is in there. I think it's going to be Forthman that checks in for the Patriots. Taylor Heil out front, breaks the press, gets it down to Johnson. They find a wide open Beasley off the iron, no good. Heil with the rebound, put back is up and good for Taylor Heil. His first bucket of the fourth quarter. Carterville's clawed back into this. They're down 4, 25-21 after being down as much as 12.
At least 12.
As Roundtree has it right baseline. He takes it into the paint. Shot up and under. No good. Rebound comes off to Heil. Carterville shuts him down one more time. 6:25 left in this game. Beasley, cross midcourt, left side, Blake Jackson. Jackson to Justin Johnson. JJ's been huge here in this fourth quarter. Swing pass to Moore, down low to Heil. 12-footer from Heil is good. He's feeling it right now. Carterville is back within 2 points of the Massac County Patriots. It is a timeout that is called by Coach Joe Hossman, and we're going to take a break as well. 25-23 Patriots over the Lions, but the Lions are working their way back. It's Lions basketball on News Radio WJPF. 60. After the cold first half that the Carterville Lions had, they scored 10 points in the third quarter, and 2 minutes in, they've scored 6 points here in the fourth, and they've held the Patriots scoreless here in the fourth, and that's allowed Carterville to get back to within a bucket.
And Massac got a 12-point lead, and that evaporated quickly.
Very much so. As Miller has it for the Patriots across the timeline, 5:57 remaining in this game. Nice little comeback on by the Lions here to get back, and we have a
5-second call.
5-second call. Turnover on the Patriots. I believe that's their first of the second half.
I got them down for 2,
You're
but
right.
That's a big turnover because that's one of those unforced errors. He just did not dribble towards the basket, and he got called for the 5-second violation.
So Carterville has a chance to tie it or take the lead here with 5:40 remaining. Johnson to Beasley. Kick out to Miller. He needs some help as he dribbles into the double team. Johnson finds Miller wide open. That's short. Rebound comes off to the Patriots. Roundtree quickly into the front court. He takes it to the left side. Back to Miller. 5:25. Carterville down 25-23. Thank you for listening to the game here on News Radio WJPF. If you're listening on WJPF.com or if you're watching the YouTube channel, the pass down low to Isaiah Thompson. He's able to bank it home. That's his first bucket here in the fourth quarter, the first bucket for the Patriots in the fourth.
Well, he's just so tall and can jump so well that if he gets the ball within inside 5 feet, he's tough to stop.
He's got 12 points in this game so far, the leading scorer for either team here this evening. He's really athletic, and man, they just throw the ball up and let him go get it.
Yep.
And that makes it easy on an offense when you got a guy that can handle that.
Yep. And Carterville has a guy like that in Taylor Hall. Just throw it up, let him go get it.
Let him go get it. Beasley works it over to Miller. He passes up the open three down to Johnson. His shot no good. Ball's on the floor, goes out of bounds. They're going to say it was off of Justin Johnson, and will belong to the Patriots. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by Crystal's Catering and More than you expected, more memorable for your guest. Visit crystalsgoodfood.com for more information. Dylan Moore checks out. Dylan Valerius checks in. 2 Dylans, no waiting.
Yeah, he's here all night,
I've
folks.
been waiting all year to say that. Turnover on the Patriots. Carterville quickly to Valerius. His shot is blocked, and the ball's tipped into the backcourt. Jackson is able to run it down. It's not Carterville has numbers. Now Patriots back to Jackson. He has it on the left baseline, needs some help, finds Beasley. Beasley steps into the free throw line. It's good for Brennan Beasley. And we are all tied. No, excuse me, down 2. Oh, so excited there. Down 2, and a timeout is called. It's a 30-second timeout that is called by the Massac County Patriots. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by the Bank of Carbondale's Carterville Banking Center, offering the convenience of mobile banking. Stay connected on the go, and do that with the Bank of Carbondale's mobile banking app. For more information on the features of mobile banking and how you can enroll, why don't you visit their website? Go to tboc.com, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Well, what turned into a snoozer in the first half has turned into a little bit of excitement late here in the game. Carterville only down by 2 with 4:12 to go. Carterville has fought through adversity in a big way tonight. Shooting has been woeful, but they've picked up the pace here in the second half. Now they've got to get some big defensive stops in this last 4:12 and then hit some big shots to probably pull out what I would consider an improbable win.
Now that's a word I haven't heard used in a while. Woeful.
Woeful? Yeah. We've had a plethora of missed shots tonight. How's that?
It aptly applies here in this game, though. A woeful performance. I may tell Coach that.
But don't tell him I said it.
4 minutes, 4:03 to be exact. Carterville down to Valerius. Gets the ball. Turnover on the Patriots into the front court. The shot is up by Beasley, and he's fouled and is going to go to the line and shoot the free throws. Nice job by Dylan Valerius getting that steal, and another turnover on the Patriots.
Yeah, that's 4 in the second half for Massac County. Carterville only has 1 turnover in the second half, and that's another thing that has allowed Carterville to get back into this game.
Third team foul on the Patriots as it's called on Caleb Duckworth. Beasley makes the first of his free throws for the Lions. Second one from Brandon Beasley. Down a point, 27-26. No good. Rebound comes off to Isaiah Thompson for the Patriots. Down a point, 3:50. Patriots basketball, and Duckworth almost loses it out of bounds, but he's able to gather it back up. And we have a foul that is called. Dylan Valerius is charged with his first foul of the game.
That's only
the first team foul.
Yeah, so Carterville has a lot of fouls to give.
Things are setting up nicely for the Lions. Roundtree fires from 3. That was short. He was falling away, and you could tell that was going to be short. So Carterville has a chance now to take the lead. They're down a point, 27-26, 3:30 remaining. The ball was stolen by Roundtree. Into the front court. He gets the easy layup on the turnover for the Patriots.
Yeah, lazy pass by Valerius back out to Beasley.
So Valerius has it in the midcourt. His pass is tipped away once again. Heil back to Beasley. It's the 3-point lead for the Patriots. They get the ball into Heil. His shot, turnaround jumper is good for Taylor Heil. 29-28. The Patriots with the 1-point lead. Pressure being applied by the Lions now. Brennan Beasley on the point. Miller steps across the timeline. Jackson almost steals the ball, but Roundtree has it. Dribbles it off his foot, and Beasley goes after it. Nice hustle, and it's stolen by Dylan Valerius. Left-hand layup is good.
Valerius makes up for the bad pass with a big steal in a basket. It gives Carterville the lead.
Carterville takes their first lead with 2:30 remaining in the game. As Miller leaves it down low for Thompson, and he is charged with the charge.
Johnson takes the charge yet again.
2 by JJ tonight, and a timeout is called by Joe Hossman of the Massac County Patriots. It's a full timeout, and the Lions You're listening to Lions basketball on News Radio WJPF. Wow. Gonna have to stand up. Back at Carterville, 2:28 remaining in the ball game. Carterville just took the lead for the first time in this game. Scott Hudson, it's 30-29.
And it doesn't seem like that long ago. They were down by 12 on the verge of possibly getting blown out in what was a low-scoring game. It's still a low-scoring game, but give Carterville credit. They stuck to the game plan. They didn't panic. And now they have a chance to go up by 3 or 4 here late in the fourth.
It was 25-17 at the end of 3. Carterville's made a nice run here, and they are continuing to put pressure on these Patriots. A 1-point lead, 30-29. Carterville has the ball. Nice hustle play by Dylan Valerius. Nice hustle play by Brennan Beasley. That's what's done it for these Lions.
Yep, and they're picking the right time to make big plays.
Beasley has it between the circles. Patriots still playing a zone defense. It's worked for them all night. They might as well, but at some point they're going to have to come up and match up man-to-man on these Lions. They find Beasley, pass almost thrown away, but it's gathered up. Valerius has it. He is guarded by Duckworth, tight, and we have a push by Valerius. It's not called, should have been. The officials, neither one or any of the three saw it. Johnson has it, and there's a reach-in foul on Duckworth of the Patriots. That's his third. And that is going to be the 5th team foul on the Patriots here in this half.
Yeah, Carterville's just going to run clock, and as you mentioned, Massac's going to have to come out of that zone at some point and play man-to-man because Carterville, they've got the lead. They don't really have to score again. They can just run time off the clock.
Joe Hossman wants to call a timeout as he gathers his troops, a 30-second timeout, this Lions broadcast. It is brought to you by Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating in downtown Carterville for over 30 years, a certified Jort dealer. They service all brands. You can call 985-2502. Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating.com if you want to look online.
After 3 at Pinckneyville 60, Heron 35.
Wow. That Pinckneyville's tough at home.
They are.
You don't want to mess around with them there. And they don't mess around with you.
No. I still think of all the teams I've seen this year, Pinckneyville is the best defensive team I've seen. They will literally wear you out by the third or fourth quarter.
And they will press you the entire game, man-to-man, make you make mistakes, and that's why they get those big wins like that.
Yep.
You have to admire it because they're such good shape that they just stay in that man-to-man, and they press you hard.
Yes,
it's not a soft press. It's it's a straight-up, chest-bumping man-to-man. 1:20 left here in this ball game. Carterville has the 1-point lead. Trying to they crack 4 down on Heil as he had the ball, but they back it up to the zone. Now Dylan Moore needs some help, gets it. The ball is thrown away, but Jackson gathers it up for the Lions. He needs to get rid of it, and we have a charging foul that is called on Blake Jackson. That's a turnover on the Lions. It's going to give the ball back to the Patriots with 64 seconds left in this game.
Yeah, Jackson was frustrated. He had a guy all over him, and he did get a little out of control with the ball, or with his body, and that's a turnover that Carterville did not need at this point in the game.
He put his, Taylor Heil was called for a foul on the inbounds pass, but Jackson was called because he put his head down and got into the chest of the defender. I think it was Roundtree, actually, and a foul was called on Taylor Heil. Patriots have the basketball right in front of the Patriots bench. 1:03 remaining, 30-29. Carterville nursing a 1-point lead here. The inbounds pass comes to Duckworth. Chris Miller has it for the Patriots. And down low, the pass goes to Thompson. He runs into a double team, and a foul is called on the Carterville Lions. And they're going to say it was on big number 50, Taylor Heil, his second. And that is going to be the fourth team foul on the Lions.
Still 2 to give for the Lions.
So Massac has it. Inbounds, they have a whistle in from the backside official. And another foul on Taylor Heil. That's a third. That's 3 fouls on Heil here in about the last 60 seconds. But again, they have fouls to give. 56 seconds. The lob pass to Thompson. Blake Jackson steps in, tries to seal it. It comes to Roundtree. His shot from 3, no good. Heil gets the rebound. And we have a foul that is called on the Massac County Patriots.
Well, Carterville will not go to a free throw line yet. That's the 6th team foul on Massac County. So length of the floor to go for Carterville. 50 seconds to go. Carterville has got to handle this pressure.
They called that foul on Cade Burgess of the Patriots. So Carterville has it. 45 seconds, 1-point lead. And Jackson throws the ball right into the hand of Roundtree and then immediately fouls. It is a foul, his third, 16 foul on the Lions.
Anytime Carterville throws the ball to the wing, they're going to get double teamed. Blake didn't make a quick enough decision once he got the ball. And now Massac County has another chance, and now we've got a foul on Massac County. Holy cow, folks. Wish you could be here.
Foul on Roundtree, his third.
Yeah, he just shoved Jackson into the backcourt.
Here's the problem that Carterville's having on the double team, and they did this when they were struggling at West Frankfort. When they run into the trap, they jump up in the air to try to make the pass, and trying to instead of stepping through, pulling up the dribble and stepping through. The 3 officials are together talking right now, and they are going to say it's a possession that belongs to Carterville because it was the 7th foul.
And they're talking to Shane Hawkins, and he seems to be okay with the decision that's being given to him. So let's see what they're going to do here. They're going to give Carterville the ball.
Why would that not be? What would cause? Because I really don't know. Why would that not be free throws? It's the 7th foul. It wasn't a dead ball foul.
No, I don't know. That's a good question. I'm not really for sure on that.
I don't know the reason behind it. It seems Carterville that is a timeout that is called by Carterville Shane Hawkins. He's probably going to look at the rule book so he can tell us. Maybe. That's my hope.
It may be because, and I should know this and I don't, but it may be because it was an offensive foul in obviously Massac County's front court. An offensive foul, even though it's the 7th, may not send you to the free throw line.
I don't know. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by the City of Carterville with Mayor Brad Robinson and the entire City of Carterville, proud sponsors and supporters of your Carterville Lions sports. 41 seconds remain in this game. Carterville's had this 1-point lead, exactly where it's at right now for about the last minute and a half. 30-29. They actually took the lead with 2:30 remaining in the game for the first time. Been trading penalties and trading fouls. Carterville has it, though. They could hold, conceivably, for the last shot. As they get it to Heil, he needs to get it across the timeline. Double team to Beasley. Beasley now finds JJ. They do break the timeline. Carterville will hold. Johnson to Dylan Moore. Moore loses the handle, and the Patriots get the basketball. Has the ball stripped from him as it is Blake Jackson that puts his hand in on Duckworth, trying to get a hold of it. We have a foul on Blake Jackson, his 4th, the 7th team foul on the Lions. Both teams have 7, and it's going to be Duckworth that is at the line shooting the 1 and the bonus for the Patriots. A chance to tie and take the lead. Caleb Duckworth, his first one, no good. The ball is on the floor, and the Patriots get the rebound. Kick it out top to Miller. They're down 1, 15 seconds left. Duckworth has it. A right-hand dribble to the top of the key. Chris Miller drives. He loses his balance. Ball's on the floor. Carterville crashes. Ball's on the floor. No whistle yet. And it is going to go. Possession belongs to the Carterville Lions with 4.2 seconds left in this ball game. Man, it took a long time for a whistle to blow.
Well, Miller tried to go towards the baseline. He got cut off, kind of lost his balance. He fell. Joe Hossman is complaining there was a foul.
There was several, and it could have gone either way. Don't talk to me, Joe Hossman says to the official. He says, talk to the hand. Full timeout is called by Carterville. We're going to take a break as well. Lions basketball on News Radio WJPF. Wow.
Hey, it's not over yet.
Unbelievable. 30-29. 60. Let's just go 30 here, Robert. 30, please.
Man, Carterville's ball handling has reverted back to old form.
4.2 seconds remain in this game. Carterville has been nursing a 30-29 lead since the 2:30 mark of the fourth quarter, Scott Hudson. Penalties on both teams. Atrocious ball handling by both teams. Missed shots. Poor rebounding. You name it, we've got it.
At one point in this fourth quarter, Carterville had 1 turnover. They now have 5. Those 4 turnovers have almost cost them this game, but they've got 4.2 seconds to run off, and I'm sure Shane Hawkins, I don't know if he's going to sleep well tonight or not if he wins this game.
Length of the floor to go for the Lions with the 1-point lead. Blake Jackson is going to back up as far as he can. He'd come up here on this upper deck if he could.
Yeah.
But he's back up against the bleachers. Joe Hosman yelling at the officials. I don't know why. Can't hear, but I can hear him yelling. I just don't know what he's saying. They get it into Beasley. Beasley finally fouled by Roundtree, and that is going to be the 4th on Roundtree, the 8th team foul, with 2.2 seconds. And Brennan Beasley is going to be at the line shooting the 1-and-1.
Heil had taken off down the floor, wide open. Jackson didn't see him, but the most important thing is Carterville got the ball in bounds. And now Beasley could almost ice this thing with 2 free throws, but he's got to hit the first.
Beasley's at the line shooting free throws. First one, he gets the bounce, roll around and home for the Lions. 31-29, the 2-point lead. Second from Beasley. No good. Rebounded by Thompson, and we have a timeout that is called by the Patriots. 1.7 seconds left in this game.
Well, they're going to have to throw the ball length of the floor, and this isn't the NBA. You don't get to inbound the ball at half court, thankfully. So they're just going to launch the ball down to the other end of the floor, hopefully get a catch and shoot a la Christian Leitner for Duke, who did that a few years ago. But
that was one of the most heartbreaking shots. I was not a Duke fan.
Yeah, I understand because I'm not either.
But it was a great shot. And it's still one of the biggest moments in March Madness history.
Yeah.
As, man, that was, I can't remember who it was against, but it would have been a huge upset. But Duke gets away in that game. Was that what's going to happen here? Anything could happen here, the way this game has gone.
Yeah, with what we've seen tonight, I'm not ruling out anything.
Me neither.
I mean, I'm not ruling out Massac throwing the ball length to the floor and it going off a Massac County player's head and going in.
Yep, and that would be entertaining. Fans are on their feet around the gym here, and don't forget, next Friday night and Saturday, both home games for the Lions. Friday night against the Nashville Hornets, Saturday against the Sparta Bulldogs. So it's going to be the length of the floor to go for the Sparta Bulldogs, or excuse me, the Massac County Patriots, and another timeout is called, I believe this one may be, by Shane Hawkins. A full timeout. We're going to take a break as well. It's Lions basketball on News Radio WJPF. $60.
73-52 final, Pinckneyville.
.7 seconds left. Length of the floor to go for the Patriots. Down 31-29. That's Duckworth, throws it in, gets it to Miller. He fires from just inside three.
Oh, no! Good! Holy cow! You've got to be kidding.
Holy moly! Wow. He stepped just inside the midcourt line, fired from the eye on the Lions logo, and it hit nothing but the bottom of the net. 32-31, the final. Oh my.
Yeah, well, what did we say?
Anything could happen.
Anything could happen. Carterville chose not to defend the inbounds pass. That let the guy throwing the ball in bounds, it gave him a lot of opportunities. They got the ball into the backcourt about midway up to the center line and got it into the front court and just launched it. And it drew nothing but net. And I guess that's the perfect way to end this game. We saw a little bit of everything tonight.
32-31 the final. What a great shot by Chris Miller from Massac County. The Patriots win it. Post-game show is next on News Radio WJPF.
Wow. That's just unbelievable.
Can you believe that?
Yeah.
What a good shot.
Back at Carterville, where Chris Miller, the Massac County Patriots, just hit a three-pointer. Scott Hudson from just inside midcourt to win it for the Patriots, 32-31. What a great finish to a terrible basketball game.
Yeah, I mean, we saw, the fourth quarter very entertaining. Third quarter was much better, obviously, than the first half, but it wouldn't have taken much to be better than the first half. Fourth quarter very exciting. My initial thoughts, Carterville just did not take care of the basketball late in the game, and it would have never gotten to the point where a kid had to hit a half-court shot to win the game. Go back to, we've always talked about this, free throws. If Beasley makes the second of the 1-and-1, then we're going to overtime.
Yeah.
So little things add up. Carterville, I like the way they fought back in this game. They were down by 12 at one point and looked like they were getting ready to fold the tent, but they stayed with it. They fought hard. They came back. They got the lead, and really once they got the lead, this is a game they should have won because Massac was discombobulated on offense. They couldn't do anything right, but it's the little things sometimes that up the big things, and that three inside half court. As maybe we shouldn't have said anything. I don't know, but you almost expect something like that in a game like this.
Carterville was down to 8 at the end of 3, and they were able to get down. They were down 1 forever. And they finally took the lead by 1 with 2:30 left. and it came down to the last 1.2 seconds of the game. Chris Miller gets the inbound pass from Duckworth and steps inside midcourt and just let it go. A high arching shot that finds nothing but the bottom of the net, and sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
Well, and especially in this game, both teams from the field, both teams shot 37% from the field, and believe me, folks, that's really good compared to what these two teams were at half.
Yeah.
Rebounding, Massac out-rebounded Carterville 23-22. Thompson led the Patriots with 11. Heil led the Lions with 11. 14 Carterville turnovers, 12 Massac County turnovers. The stats were close. They weren't pretty, but they were close. The final score was close. And what an ending. Unfortunately for Carterville, they come up 1 point short.
When you look at the scoring for the Massac County Patriots, they were led by Isaiah Thompson in the paint. He had 12 this evening. It was Logan, the fourth minute, had 2. Darian Roundtree had 8 points for the Patriots. It was Caleb Duckworth with 2, and Chris Miller had 8 points, including the game-winning three-pointer for the Patriots. That counts for the 32 points for Massac County. Carterville was led in points tonight by Taylor Heil. He winds up with 12 points for the Lions. It was Brennan Beasley that had 8. It was Dylan Moore that had 6, and Justin Johnson added 4 for the Lions. Blake Jackson held scoreless tonight, and Carterville only scores 31, and they get beat tonight in a non-conference game against the Massac County Patriots, 32-31. That is the final score. Man, it was just we talked about it in the pregame, a hard-fought game, which it seems like every game is a hard-fought game. There's rarely where you get a night where you get an easy game, a night off. But Massac was able to get the miracle shot at the buzzer, and they win it 32-31. I think we'll go on and take another break. Expect Coach Shane Hawkins to join us here on our postgame show. And when we come back, if he's not here, Scott, you and I will select our Joe's Lawn Care player of the game. You're listening to Lions Basketball on News Radio WJPF.
Hindsight's always 20/20. I was a little surprised that he didn't put a guy, Heil, on the guy throwing the ball in. You've got to make it as difficult on him to get the ball in as anything.
We'll ask him. What do you think, player?
How many Thompson have points?
Yeah, 12.
Who was
Miller had 8, but he had the game winner.
Yeah. Either one of those. Thompson had 11 rebounds too, so it doesn't matter. You know.
I don't know. I think we need to give it to Miller.
Works for me. It's Miller time.
It's Miller time. Back at Carterville, it's Dave McKenzie with Scott Hudson, where we just saw the Massac County Patriots on a last-second shot from Chris Miller get the game-winning bucket. The Patriots beat the Lions tonight 32-31. Joining us on our post-game show, head coach Shane Hawkins. Hate losing games like that, but wasn't a pretty game, but that was a pretty shot to win it.
Yeah, we didn't lose it on that game, on that possession. We lost it. We lost it in shoot around today when we had zero energy and zero life, and we come in and sleptwalk through the first half. We had 7 points in the first half, and we practiced. I know you guys won't believe this. We practiced all week against zone because we thought we'd see it all last night. We knew we would see it all tonight, and we stood and were so unaggressive with it. We refused to pass fake and shot fake on the perimeter. When we did get it inside the guys, they went to the high post. They never faced up. We dribbled a couple times, and they took it from us. That kind of goes back to where we were about 3 weeks ago, where we do absolutely nothing in the game that we talk about and work on for 5 days in a week. And we had a pretty good week, or we had a pretty good 5 days. I was really happy with the first 5 days of the week, but once again, we throw that away with a performance on Saturday night.
The one thing that was really noticeable was when Massac would get the trap, again, Carterville, like you said, reverted back to instead of pulling up the dribble, stepping through and finding the open man, they try to jump up, throw over the top, and turnovers by the Lions.
Yep.
And it really hurt him tonight.
23 games in or whatever it is, and it's the same mistakes. We still want to catch it on the sideline where we try to force the weak and trap. We catch it in trap zones. We try to throw it over the top of people. We have 5'11" guards trying to throw it over people instead of pass faking, go around them or stepping through. We dribbled one out of bounds and lost it. It cost us possession. I mean, just stupid turnovers. Absolute third-grade turnovers that we made tonight cost us the game. And I hate to lose like that, but that is a game we did not deserve to win from our effort and concentration and execution in first 3 quarters. 3 quarters or first 31 minutes and 58 seconds.
Yeah.
Coach, in that first half, really neither team shot the ball well in the first half. Fortune only be down, I think, by 4 at half. But, you had some good looks. You had some good shots. They just weren't going to go. And I give your team credit for fighting back, especially in the fourth quarter. You got the lead. You had the ball. You had the game in your hands. And like you said, some of those same problems you had a couple of weeks ago kind of reared its ugly head again tonight.
Well, we played harder there. When we had a run, we played harder. We got down 21 to 10. We played a little bit harder. We got back in him. I thought our defense was not bad the first half.
Right.
It was not bad.
It wasn't.
Their defense, I guess, was pretty good too because we didn't score, but they got shots. I thought we defended them and made them take tough shots and did a pretty good job of rebounding. We never attacked them offensively to make their defense work. They stood in their zone and stood in their spot, and we catch and hold, and we never pass fake. We never shot fake. We had guys open inside all night. We refused to pass it to them. So, I mean, there you go. That's what we get after 4 days of practice and last night.
What do you say to your team after a shot like that to win it? You have to give Patriots credit. They got an open pass to Miller at the corner. He just able to get it to bang home. What do you say to your squad in the locker room after fighting back and holding that lead?
And I told him exactly. They did not deserve to win the game. They didn't do anything to deserve to win that game. It sucks to lose it on a shot like that. But even on the last play, we don't execute what we talk about on the timeout. We by their design, by their alignment, we knew they were going to back screen and throw somebody to the rim. We had Heil back. We didn't guard the inbounder. The guy who set the back screen was going to come off 2 staggered screens towards the sideline. We had it pegged. We knew what they were going to do. We talked about switching it. And if we switch it the right time, then he doesn't catch it. And we don't switch it, or we switch it late and soft and slow, kind of like we were the whole game. He gets time for one dribble and makes it. And again, I hate that it goes in like that. I hate you lose, but we did not put ourselves in a position where we deserve to win tonight.
32-31, the final. The Massac County Patriots knock off your Carterville Lions on the last-second shot from Chris Miller for the Patriots. Next week, it's not going to get any easier, but fortunately, you're going to be home for both games. Nashville on Friday night. Of course, you have Sparta coming in on Saturday night. Your thoughts as we're looking at a week away?
Yeah, I saw Nashville twice this week. They played Tuesday night. I saw them play this afternoon, and they playing really well. They come out of their tournament. They had a bad tournament like we did, and weren't playing really well. And I think they've got some things figured out. They played really well for a half at Benton on Tuesday night, and then they had the pace where it needed to be today against Mount Carmel. And Mount Carmel's pretty good, and had a shot to win it, or a shot to at least get it in overtime today. And it's for our conference lives. We got 2 this weekend, and if we want next Friday night or 2 weeks from 13 days from now, if we want that game to mean anything as far as the conference championship, then we have to take care of business on Friday night and Saturday night. But it would have been a lot more pleasant coming into practice after sweeping a weekend than it is now, and kind of go back to the drawing board and get back to work on Monday.
Coach, Nashville, obviously the big game of the 2 next weekend. You want to win those 2 to at least give yourself a shot to go to Pinckneyville and tie for the conference crown. The other thing I wanted to ask, I almost forgot, Luke Ford, 12 tweaked his ankle this morning in practice in the shoot-around. What's his status? Will he be, maybe iffy the first couple of days of practice this week?
We don't know, really. He was complaining about it last night when we got down there. We shoot when we go on the road, and he was feeling some discomfort last night, and he didn't play enough last night to get hurt.
He got a good rest last night.
Yeah, so no, but he said it had been sore for a couple of days, and he guess last night he just could never get it stiffened or get it
loosened up,
straightened out, and get it loose and ready to go. And so he saw a doctor today, and no structural damage right now that they know of, and just kind of precautionary. They put him in a boot, and could be a week, or they're going to kind of let it rest a little bit, keep him off of it, kind of see if it kind of heal on its own a little bit, and go back to the doctor later in the week and kind of get it re-examined and kind of go from there. And so we really don't know a whole lot about it, but kind of, I don't want to say day to day, but by week to week, maybe by the end of the week we'll have an idea what's going on.
Head coach Shane Hawkins joining us on our postgame show. Coach, thanks for joining us, and we'll talk to you Friday night at home against Nashville.
All right, thanks, guys.
Shane Hawkins on our postgame show, joining us here this evening after the last-second shot from Chris Miller of the Massac County Patriots, 32-31 the final. And, Scott, we need to choose our Joe's Lawn Care player of the game.
Well, we actually boiled it down to two, and I think we'll go with Mr. Miller. I mean, he's the guy that sent the Massac County Patriot fans home happy with the just inside the center line in the front court, the three-pointer that hit nothing but net. I mean, it didn't rattle, it didn't hit the backboard, it was nothing but net. Miller is our Joe's Lawn Care star of the game.
It was one of those shots that, as it was in the air, we had the perfect angle. It was coming right at us, and they looked good.
The closer it got, my eyes got a little bigger because I thought, is this really going to happen?
Oh, my. Joe's Lawn Care, our player of the game, Chris Miller, the Massac County Patriots. Joe's Lawn Care, rain or shine, sleet or snow, you can call Joe. It's operated by Joe and Lindsay McCann of Carterville. They've been in business for over 20 years. They specialize in commercial and residential lawn care, landscaping, maintenance, tree trimming, and snow removal. Customer-oriented business, and they will take great care of you. It's Joe's Lawn Care. Chris Miller, our Joe's Lawn Care player of the game, rain or shine, sleet or snow. Call Joe. Pick up the phone. Call 534-8148. Wrap us up.
Well, a tough way to end the weekend. The big, nice win at AJ last night. That was the biggest game of the weekend, obviously, because it's conference. Keeps you in the hunt for the at least a share of the conference title. But just as Coach Hawkins said, he told his kids, you didn't deserve to win tonight. It's a tough way to lose a game, but they just came out and didn't execute the way Coach Hawkins wanted them to. They didn't shoot the ball well, but they fought back. That's the thing I liked about the Lions. They fought back. They got back in this game. They gave themselves a chance to win, and if they don't turn the ball over about 4 times in the fourth quarter, we're probably talking about a Lion win instead of a Lion loss. But it is what it is. Carterville's got to go back to work on Monday, and maybe a bigger question mark is if and when Luke Ford will be coming back to the lineup.
We'll answer those questions and more for you next Friday night when the Nashville Hornets come to Carterville in a key conference game. Of course, Carterville went to Nashville, got their first win ever at Assembly Hall. Can they double up on the Hornets? We'll find out Friday night. Pre-game show will start about 7:30. Tip-off slated for 7:45 Saturday night. The Sparta Bulldogs will be in town. Same start time, same bat channel. 7:30 pre-game. Tip-off at 7:45. 32-31, the final for our producer-engineer, Robert Teese, back at the studio. Thank you, sir, for my partner, Scott Hudson, for Amy on the video camera. Nice to have her back with us tonight. 32-31, the Patriots beat your Lions. And for everybody here on our broadcast team, thank you for listening to Lions Basketball on News Radio WJPF. Good night. Thanks, buddy. All right, we will. Thank you. You too.